Larry's Tales. The farmer who stood tall. Larry had always been a man of the land. At 61, his hands were rough from years of tilling the soil, planting seeds, and tending to the crops that sustained his family and his community. His farm wasn't the biggest, nor was it the most modern, but it was his, passed down through generations, with each harvest a testament to hard work and the power of nature. But times were changing. Global corporate elites, with their shiny suits and endless bank accounts, had begun to encroach on the small farmers. They came with promises of efficiency, higher yields, and cutting-edge technology. They dangled contracts and whispered of prosperity, but Larry saw through it all. These corporations didn't care about the land, the community, or the people. They only cared about profit, and they were willing to crush anyone who stood in their way. The tipping point came one hot summer day when a representative from a massive agri-corporation arrived at Larry's farm. The man, slick with confidence, offered to buy Larry's land at a price that made the other farmers' heads spin. It was more money than they'd ever dreamed of. But Larry didn't flinch. "Thanks, but no thanks," Larry said, his voice steady. "This land isn't for sale." The man's smile faltered. "You'll regret that decision, Mr. Larry. This is your chance to secure your future." Larry leaned against his pitchfork, looking the man in the eye. "My future's right here, in this soil. You can't put a price on that." Word spread quickly about Larry's refusal. The other farmers, some of whom had already signed contracts, started to question their decisions. They realized that selling out meant losing not just their land, but their independence and way of life. As the pressure from the corporation grew, so did Larry's resolve. He rallied the local farmers, organizing meetings in barns and town halls. They discussed sustainable farming, shared resources, and supported each other in ways they never had before. Larry's farm became a symbol of resistance, a beacon of hope for those who felt powerless against the corporate giants. The corporation retaliated, trying to undercut Larry by flooding the market with cheap, mass-produced crops. But Larry and the other farmers doubled down, focusing on quality over quantity. They formed a cooperative, selling their produce directly to the community. People responded, choosing to support local farmers over faceless corporations. The battle was long and hard, but Larry never wavered. He knew that standing up for the little guy wasn't just about protecting his farm. It was about preserving a way of life, a connection to the earth that couldn't be replicated in a boardroom. In the end, the corporation backed down, unable to break the spirit of the community. Larry's farm thrived, not because of flashy technology or big money, but because of the heart and soul he poured into it. And as he walked his fields, watching the sun set over the crops he'd nurtured, Larry knew he had done the right thing. He had stood up for what mattered, and in doing so, he had secured not just his future, but the future of all the little guys who dared to stand tall. And so, Larry's tale became legend, a story of one man's fight against the odds, a reminder that sometimes, the biggest victories come from the smallest farms.